This is a quick little overview of one of the traps I have. Primarily this was used for just 10 meter. My uncle had made this probably either in the 70s or 80s. I'm not sure exactly. I know it was probably before the 80s. And it's just welded steel, probably maybe a 1/16 of an inch, not very thick. This is made for low muzzle energy air guns. I don't think the stuff that's out today, the 25 cal, 30 cal, over 100 or even 50 foot-pounds of muzzle energy, I don't think that would be good to use in the house, especially shooting at steel. Because even with this, you get some spalling just shooting 10-meter wad cutters. You know, the little chips make their way out. And this one I don't use too much because I do tend to get a lot of bounce outs and I can't have that in my house. So this one just sits as kind of a relic of on his behalf. But the design is pretty good. It does a good job catching. You know, obviously there's no dents. These are all just ricochets from shooting over the years. This has had a lot of use. It's got a pretty good design. I don't know the exact geometry, but it uses kind of like the spinning, you know, to deplete the energy in the projectile, although that's not really too necessary considering you're shooting 177 primarily. Has a lot of this gasket. It's like an adhesive gasket material. It's actually just dampening for sound. I need to redo it because obviously, and then these would be plugged or capped when it's in use because pellets will work their way out. Can't have that. My only complaints about it, I wouldn't have this bend because it makes it hard to attach targets. I don't like having to fold targets. And then of course the bounce outs that I can't have in my house. But it fits a 10-meter target perfectly. Like I said, the only way to attach it though is you either have to fold it, which I don't like, or what works better and actually is more ideal is you have a piece of cardboard here so that any ricochet, it'll stop. But the only thing I don't like about the design here is that pellets a lot of times won't make their way to the tray. They'll just get caught and then just be sitting right here and then even kind of leak out, which I'm not a fan of. But like I said, if it could always be cleaned up, you know, depending on your range. If you're using it in the house, it'd be perfect for a garage where you're a little more lenient on the mess it can make. And I need to put a little more TLC into this, but pretty good design, especially for a homebrew, just welded steel. Usually you don't shoot too close to the welds, so that's not a problem. And this is all, you know, we're talking 6 foot-pounds of muzzle energy at 17 caliber, so this is not for the 50 plus foot-pound, 25 cal, 30 cal, 35 cal. I don't know how that would handle. And like I said, I don't recommend shooting those types of air guns indoors, considering I get pellet chips off of this. Like we're talking really, really small pieces will make their way out. And I couldn't imagine, you know, the heavier duty, higher caliber, higher muzzle energy, but yep, it's had good use. I remember when I was a kid, I actually split a pellet accidentally. It cut it right in half. I wish I would have kept the half, but it was like a clean slice because I was using a scope and I didn't know how to sight it in. And I caught just the edge and then I dug out the half slice. And it was actually pretty cool. I probably couldn't do it again if I tried. But yeah, really good trap. And if you're, you know, making your own, this is a pretty good design to follow. Maybe make the angle just a little bit steeper. And then keep this flat so you can just use a clip to put your target on. Make it easier to attach cardboard. So yeah, just a good 10-meter pellet trap.